afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun. President Bola Tinubu has said that no nation could thrive without deliberate investment in its youth. According to the president, who was represented by the Minister of State for Education at the 34th Convocation Ceremony and 43rd Founders' Day of the Federal University of Technology, Minna, Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmad, Nigerians should not lack quality education due to financial limitations. He said that the administration has expanded access to education through targeted infrastructure investment and the implementation of the student loan scheme. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) have said they will stage a peaceful solidarity rally on February 3rd in support of the Joint Union Action Committee. The unions announced this in a joint statement signed by Bansi Upa, General Secretary of the NLC, and Nu Toro, Secretary General of the TUC in Abuja, in support of the strike by Federal Capital Development Authority (FCDA) workers, led by JUAC, over unpaid salaries. The unions directed all affiliate and state council to mobilize members massively for the rally, adding that intimidation and repression will not weaken workers' resolve. They assured workers in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) that they would not be abandoned. The Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, has disclosed that he was among the intended targets of the recently foiled coup plot against President Bola Tinubu, revealing that the conspirators planned to arrest or shoot him if he resisted. Musa made the disclosure during an interview describing the suspect behind the plot as a bunch of very unserious individuals and admitting that he played a key role in helping security agencies nip the plot in the bud. Musa dismissed the capacity of the suspect to successfully challenge the Nigerian state, saying their actions showed a complete misunderstanding of Nigeria's democratic history and the strength of its armed forces. He added that most of the plotters had been apprehended, with only maybe one or two still at large. 80 worshippers were escaped abduction during a bandit attack at Kaminwali community in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State have returned to their homes. This is according to the village head, Ishaku Danazumi, who said the 80 returnees fled when armed men stormed the community during a church service on January 18, 2026, abducting several people and forcing others to escape for safety. He, however, added that 86 other worshippers are still in the custody of the kidnappers. Meanwhile, security sources have attributed the return of the displaced resident to intensify military operations targeting bandit hideout across Kajuru and nearby forest corridors. Dangote Group has signed an enhanced gas supply deal that will ensure adequate supply to meet ongoing expansion projects by the Dangote Industries Limited and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL. The deal saw 3 subsidiaries of Dangote Industries Limited scaling up their gas sales and purchase agreement with 2 subsidiaries of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, with plans to result in increased output, better and cleaner energy supply. Meanwhile, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Right Honorable Ekperipe Ekpo, described the GMP master plan as a deliberate pivot from policy articulation to disciplined execution, anchored on commercial viability and integrated sector-wide coordination. On the foreign scene, Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has welcomed Jordan's King Abdullah to Cairo for talks on restoring stability to the Middle East region, reiterating their opposition to any attempt to displace the Palestinian people from their land. The meeting came as Israel announced the partial reopening of the Rafah border crossing between the devastated Gaza Strip and Egypt. According to a statement from the Egyptian presidency, they stressed the need to fully implement the Gaza ceasefire, allow unhindered humanitarian aid, and accelerate reconstruction efforts in the territory. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Esmail Bagher has confirmed that it is examining details of various diplomatic processes to manage tensions with the United States adding that Tehran hopes for results in the coming days. The move comes amid a visible military buildup by the U.S. Navy near Iran shortly after U.S. President Donald Trump told reporters that Iran was seriously talking with Washington. His comment followed a statement by Iran's top security official Ali Larijani, who announced on X that arrangements for negotiations were already underway. Similarly, Iran's spokesperson Bagheri confirmed that regional countries are acting as intermediaries, facilitating the exchange of messages between Tehran and Washington as it decides on the most effective path forward. United States President Donald Trump has threatened legal action against comedian Trevor Noah after remarks made during the Grammy Awards referencing Jeffrey Epstein. In a post on his Truth social platform, Trump criticized the Grammys as unwatchable and attacked Noah's performance as host, accusing the South African comedian of making a false statement that he and former President Bill Clinton had spent time on Epstein Island. However, Trump denied ever being associated with the location and threatened to send lawyers after the comedian to sue for significant damages. Talking sports this afternoon, Atletico Madrid have confirmed that they have reached an agreement of about 35 million euros with bonuses of up to 5 million euros with Atlanta for signing of Ademola Lookman. The Nigeria international, who is now in Spain for his medicals, was signed a 4.5-year contract worth around 7 million euros per season in wages. The 28-year-old winger became prominent after scoring a memorable hat-trick in Atlanta's UEFA Europa League final against Bayer Leverkusen in 2024 and has since scored 41 goals in 105 league appearances for the Bergamo club. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast and X at Dominion Cars. And the Hand Series update on Dominion Television. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun saying thank you for watching and good afternoon.